I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the #1 Chief Rocket Knicks Universe, main man, Uncle Freezie, and welcome to the premier Knicks in the morning time show, the Knicks Morning Drive. Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? What's good, everyone? Salute to everyone. Wherever you are, whether you are in your car, whether you are in your cubicle, whether you are listening to me as you walk your dog, salute, salute, salute. Thank you for rocking with us. We are going to try to have this be a dope morning for you. So whatever beverage you have, whether it's your morning tea, your morning coffee, your morning juice, whatever it is, enjoy that and enjoy the next few moments of Knicks Talk the way that you like to have that Knicks Talk to you. Again, I am your main man, y'all can't even hear me. I'm muted. Was I muted just now? It looks like I was muted. I didn't even notice until I looked at the bottom of the screen that I was muted. But okay, well, salute, salute, salute. If it is your first time rocking with us, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Be prepared to listen to us for the first few moments of or just come in and relax and rock with us as we rock for a little while. Peace to everyone. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to all the members of the channel. Thank you for supporting your mans. Thank you for all the love and support. We're going to get in here and rock for a little while. Right? All right. Let me move some things around here. So the Knicks have a game today. We're in Atlanta. We play the Hawks. The Hawks played last night. As a matter of fact, let's see. The Hawks. Jeez, come on. The Hawks beat the Pistons last night. Their best player last night was DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray had 32, 5 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals. He was clearly their best player last night. Sadiq Bey had 19. Bogdanovich started for them last night. They beat a scrappy Pistons team. Marvin Bagley did his thing last night. Marvin Bagley had 22 points and 11 rebounds against Atlanta. The Pistons had 7 people in double figures. And I'll tell you why that's important. I'll tell you why that's important for us. But for a Knicks team, when we see the Pistons with 7 or so people in double figures against Atlanta, that lets me know that if the Knicks play well, we could beat the Hawks. Right? The Hawks are a good team. They didn't have Trae Young. Trae Young was out for personal reasons. Trae Young was out for personal reasons, right? But it lets me know that if the Knicks play their game, then we can win. The key or a key for tonight's game against Atlanta, in my mind, is establishing points in the paint. Our Knicks need to get points in the paint early. Points in the paint early, and what that does is it will free up other things. Right? It'll lead to open 3-point shots. It'll lead to foul trouble on them. It'll lead to a lot of other things. Oh, that Bustelo I'm drinking Bustelo. Awesome. I have Bustelo. I'm drinking Bustelo, y'all. That Bustelo is fire. Oh yeah. That's good. So our Knicks at Atlanta, key to victory is for our key offensively to victory is definitely points in the paint. Now, defensively, what we want to do is keep Atlanta out of the paint. Yo, salute to I didn't even do the shout outs this one. Let me do the shout outs real quick. Travel Vibes is in the house. Jerry Fitz is in the house. Karen Fung is in the house. Corey Lee is in the house. Keith Turner, my man's, is in the house. Wow. East Blue Drew is in the house. Wiz is in the house. IKBM is in the house. Julian Blum is in the house. Okay. Good Vibes is in the house. King Ribby is in the house. Okay, everybody. I see y'all. Salute to y'all wherever y'all are, whether you are in your cubicle at work or in your living room working from home, or if you're in your truck driving down the road, salute to you. If you're at work with your headphones in, customer service, salute. Salute to everybody listening. Key to victory defensively, definitely. Key to victory defensively, right? Key to victory defensively is keep DeJounte Murray out of the paint. And this game plan doesn't apply to everyone. It just applies to us. Recently, when we lose to Atlanta, DeJounte Murray is getting in the paint, right? That just obliterates our defense. That obliterates our defense. Amani the Great is in the house. What's good, man? De La Cruz is in the building. De La Cruz, you going to the game tonight? I ain't gonna lie. De La Cruz is like, well, I like reading what De La Cruz put in the chat. I ain't gonna lie. De La Cruz, Keith Turner, who else? It's a bunch of people. I like what they put in the chat, but then there are certain people that's just not scared. They just gonna state their opinion. You know what I'm saying? Some people just gonna put their opinion in the chat, and I love it. I love it. I love it. Like they put hardcore stuff in the chat. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like when people, you know what I'm saying, put their thing in the chat. De La Cruz said, yeah, he going to the game tonight. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, De La Cruz, if you can, man, take some pictures, man, and put it out there on Twitter for us. If you can. If you can't, that's okay. That's okay. Just tag us in the picture. You know what I'm saying? If you can, like if you get a moment, man, if the Knicks blowing them out by 30, you know what I'm saying? Take a picture, man, and tag us on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Manchild is in the building. I don't see the son of the legend. Where is the son of the legend at? Where's Kerry Cox? I don't see Kerry Cox in here. Okay. I got to put the alert up. I got to put the alert up for Kerry Cox. Let him know. Yeah, y'all. So defensively, we definitely have to keep DeJounte Murray out of the paint. Because everything offensively that they do against us, and I'm not saying what they do in general, I'm saying against us. DeJounte Murray get into that free throw line area for that little floater or that mini jumper, that just obliterates our defense. Ron Whitaker is in the building. Andrew College. Salute, y'all. Salute. My expectation is that Atlanta is going to put up a hardcore fight early, and then we may be able to nip them late. At the same time, Trae Young didn't play last night, and if he's back tonight, then he might be exactly what they need to get over the top. And it also depends on if RJ Barrett is available for tonight's game. If RJ Barrett is available for tonight's game, I think we're in a different place. Of course, as usual, ESPN has Atlanta winning over us. RJ Barrett is a game time decision. Trae Young is a game time decision. How was RJ Barrett a game time decision with migraines? Is something going on with RJ Barrett that I don't know about, everybody? Ryan Whitaker's in the building. Is RJ Barrett going through something that we don't know about? Let me see here. RJ Barrett is averaging 22.6 points a game. He's shooting 48.7% from the floor. RJ Barrett is shooting 50% from three and a career high 84.8% from the free throw line.
What's up, Freezie? Sloop Penny, Sloop Chat. How y'all doing?
He's in the building. Julian Blum in here. Okay.
Yo,
Good
come on with
morning,
that.
salute,
This
salute.
RJ conspiracy, man.
And not man. Hey man, I ain't gonna hold you. You want me to tell you what I think?
No, it's not. Go ahead.
I think RJ Barrett. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna drive some people crazy. And you know what?
Laughing at
I'm up for the discussion, right? I think RJ Barrett.
Just say it,
Exactly.
Nah, I gotta say, I can't just do that, man. I gotta say it in a way that makes. I gotta
That
say
doesn't
it
contradict you later.
Huh?
Yeah.
So love, man. Good morning, guys. Good morning. You need a second?
No, I just need a second to formulate what it is that I want to say.
All right, go ahead.
I think okay, so here goes. I think RJ Barrett is on his way to being better than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You know what's crazy?
That's not the.
Hold on. Just think about what I said. Just think about what I'm saying, right? Just think about what I'm saying.
That Dre.
I was gonna say, my King Ribby. Go ahead.
No, I said you trying to bait. That's bait for Dre.
That's what?
That's bait for Dre.
He's saying you starting with Dre. Yeah, you starting with Dre. Like
no, I know it. I know it. No, I understand. But no, what I don't get is why would I do that though? I mean, like what do I get out of trolling somebody?
You have a point because of RJ's defense and his availability to pass the ball as opposed to Shai, but this is like, I mean, we're still seeing the progress, so we don't even know if it's consistent yet. So I'm just saying, I think RJ is going to be nasty, but to say Shai, I don't know, because the thing is Shai came in the league doing this. He just didn't have the opportunity. Now, for someone to grow into it, that's cool and all, but the person who comes into the league starting off the top already has an advantage. So for me, I could see RJ being an all-star, like the guy for the Knicks, like bigger than Melo, but
Shai,
I don't know.
Chill out.
No. What I mean by bigger than Melo, see, when I say bigger than Melo, I'm not talking about how Melo played the game and everything. What I mean is being a winner. Not saying he wasn't, but I'm saying actually have a team that he could go ahead and be more successful than Carmelo. Let me say it that way.
I would be saying that.
He'll be more successful because of the team and the way he would lead them. That's what I mean. Like, he has a better opportunity. Plus, he already hit, 5,000 points?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by, like, he'll be more successful than Melo. Not saying, like, he's a better player, but over the history, how he succeeds, how he grows as a talent, it would be overall better because for the long run, he would be here longer, and he's already proven. He's already beaten that record by what? He's 23. The record was what? The guy was 24 years old, 25 years old that had the record. So this is what I mean. Like, he's advancing 2-3 years in advance. So I can see him being up there with Shea, but better, I don't know, because unless he's doing what he's doing the whole season, 50% from three, giving you 22 points, giving you 4 or 5 assists, and rebounding,
Right.
then
Hey, boss, sorry I'm
then
late.
you there. Nah, what's up, man? Go ahead, man. Good morning.
I mean, in
See,
regards to what
the thing is, the reason why y'all didn't know, because as soon as I said it, y'all cut me off. I was going to tell you why
the Knicks got their asses handed to them by Boston on Monday.
No. I'm talking about something different. I'm talking about RJ Barrett being SGA. As soon as I said I think RJ Barrett is going to be better than SGA, King Ribby and BT heard what I said, and I think they thought I was trying to be shock jock, but I'm not. Like, I'm not trying to just troll for the sake. They were like, "Oh no, man, RJ."
We'll see if that happens tonight. As far as how the last game went, this team just couldn't keep the coverage against Boston.
Right. I'm not talking about Boston. I'm talking about RJ being better than SGA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he better than SGA? I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. But
Not
still,
right now.
this season is make or break for that claim.
Hold on. Freezie, say what you was gonna say though.
Yeah. The thing I'm pointing out about RJ being eventually being SGA within the next year, maybe this year, is, first of all, SGA does not have better physical tools than RJ. They're the same size. They basically do the same stuff, right? But the thing about RJ versus SGA is, in SGA's first season, he averaged 10 points a game?
Mm-hmm.
He averaged about 10 points a game his first year, right?
Yeah.
And then what happened is, in his second and third seasons, right? Right? SGA got to play with Dennis Schroeder and Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
So while SGA was a young player trying to figure out his way, he had Chris Paul, a Hall of Fame point guard, and Dennis Schroeder, a very, very good point guard.
Was this in LA or in Houston?
OKC.
I didn't know. I knew about CP3, but not Dennis Schroeder being a thunderbolt.
Yeah, he was coming off the bench.
Oh.
Right.
This lived like a decade ago, right? Or a little over a decade ago, wasn't it?
If you let me
I mean,
finish, relax. Let me get through the point, and then you'll understand where I'm coming from with it. What I'm saying is SGA in the very beginning had guys that could hold his hand and help him through the learning curves, right? But when RJ Barrett was at the same stage, RJ Barrett had Kemba Walker and Alfred Payton, right? So the learning curve was different, right? So
right.
what I'm saying is RJ now, once he got to play 1 year with Jalen Brunson, a point guard that could hold his own on the opposite side of the court, the very next season, RJ comes back and he's this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? RJ Barrett comes back and he's this. Right? Now, what we don't take into account is how RJ will get better over time playing with a point guard on the floor. Because for 3 seasons, RJ Barrett didn't play with a point guard. As a matter of fact, RJ Barrett had to be, in theory, the de facto secondary playmaker, sometimes the tertiary playmaker, sometimes the primary playmaker, because of the ineffectiveness of the guys that we had at point guard. If you're talking about Alfred Payton, Austin Rivers, Dennis
Alec
Smith Jr.,
Burks,
Frank Ntilikina, Alec Burks, Kemba Walker, Emmanuel Quickly, and all those guys. So basically, what I'm telling everybody is SGA was fast tracked early in his development because he was playing with Chris Paul. When things got tough for SGA, he could fall back on Dennis Schroeder and Chris Paul. When things got tough for RJ, he fell back on Alfred Payton and Austin Rivers and Dennis Smith Jr. and Frank Ntilikina. and now
Kemba.
And Kemba. But now that the point guard situation has flushed itself out at a high level, I think you're going to see RJ Barrett's greatness exceed our lowered expectations, because when we drafted him, we had high expectations. Then over the years, our expectations have slowly dwindled because we didn't know what we were getting from RJ. But now that you see effective point guard play from Jalen Brunson and Emmanuel Quickly on a nightly basis, you see the elevation of RJ Barrett, and it's skyrocketed. Right now, that man is shooting 50% from three on 40 attempts. Right now, that man is basically, in theory, shooting 85% from the free throw line, right? And for those that say, well, maybe it's because, RJ Barrett is taking less threes. No, he's taking a lot of threes, almost his career high in threes, but it's RJ Barrett's shot selection. It's the early on. What he does is early on in the game, he takes the right threes. He sees one or two go in, and then his confidence builds on top of that. Right? So it's like, if you're an RJ Barrett fan, right?
Me.
If you're an RJ Barrett fan, you're seeing the evolution of RJ Barrett, because, and this is the same thing I'm saying about Randall and Quickly and others that we have on this team. When the team is bad, you can't judge a young player on what he does in a bad team, because the better the team gets, the better your high-end talent gets, right? The better off the team gets, the better the high-end talent gets. If you're in a situation where you believe that a 20-year-old should drag a lottery team to the playoffs, you're crazy, right? What it is RJ Barrett has finally put it all together. As we sit here right now, RJ Barrett is the 5th best defender in the NBA, period, amongst everybody. RJ Barrett is the 5th best defender, right? That already puts him in a category where we can compare him to the likes of SGA, because he's shooting about 48%, 50% from three, 85% from the free throw line. There's my theory.
You know why I'm scared, though? Not to cut you off. Knicks probably trade him.
Who?
RJ.
Nah, they'll trade Grimes or Quickly.
Nah, they gonna trade
him.
him. Trust me, they gonna probably trade him for Zach LaVine.
I should have never said that.
Like,
I should have never said anything about Alex.
The stuff that happened. Like,
I don't see them trading RJ if he's that valuable of an asset this year. But then again, Leon Rose is an idiot who will give away anything for a get-rich-quick piece. For a get-good-quick piece.
Yeah, Leon Rose don't have a history of doing that.
I was gonna say
he not gonna. He's done one in-season trade maybe to do something like that. That was Josh Hart last year, and that was when the Knicks showed that they might be something in the playoffs. But historically, they do trades to shed money, to like when they traded for Denzel Valentine, when they traded for Solomon Hill, dudes that never played for the Vincent Poirier trade. Those are 3 different trades where they tried to shed money.
I don't know the Vincent Poirier trade.
Exactly. Because he did the trade. He traded Austin Rivers in order to shed Austin Rivers' salary, and
So
Vince
this was
Capari
during.
ain't never played.
Oh, this was during the COVID season.
No, it was the year after that.
I meant like
It was
2020, 2021 is what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off, I listened to playback this morning, and I heard you talking about not Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan.
Right.
That's good. As far as like that's gonna put us in like a better position or place.
I was gonna say too. I wanted Alex Caruso before I say anything about Hart. Everybody knows I like Josh Hart, but I wanted Alex Caruso over Hart. That's the bottom line. But the reason why I like Hart is because he tries to be a cheaper version of Alex Caruso. But the only thing I'm trying to say is this: the only trade that most people would be happy with, and I hate to say this because people are fed up with Randall, is if Randall, Grimes, and maybe somebody else goes, like, I don't know who, but maybe quickly, but like one of those guys go, and they get Alex Caruso and DeRozan.
So who's gonna be the backup for?
That's why I
Wait
said
a
starting
minute.
for, I mean.
Yeah, am I lost?
Yeah, because
Yeah, I think you
who's
are.
gonna be the starting power forward?
Yeah, yo, because chat. Am I lost? I'm just talking to the chat. Chat, y'all, chat. Did y'all hear
Nah,
me?
you ain't
Did y'all
lost.
hear me bring up the topic that RJ Barrett is going to be better than SGA?
Yep.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Y'all
Nah,
talking about the
already said my
backup
piece
four?
about RJ.
Oh my
Nah,
god!
I already said it with you. I said his potential is there. If we see it by the end of the season, him being good at the free throws, him being 50% from three, he's gonna be a superstar. Where him and Shy is gonna be on the same level, but where he's better than him is defense. So, like I said we have to be consistent, and if it is, then I agree with you. But for the most part, right now, as far as coming up, you also brought up a good point about him coming up with bad teams and being able to thrive through that hard work. So imagine if he has a better team. I'm going with you. That's why I said if you add Caruso and DeRozan, that would also up his game as well. Because as bad as we think about DeRozan, most people would rather have him than Randall. And most people would love to get rid of Josh Hart, but Caruso's better than him. So those two players added with RJ's ability to overgrow for the last 4 years to what he is now would also make him better because now they got the defensive guys they need. They got another passer, and like you said, he could be more of a facilitator as well as a scorer and be good at what he does and be consistent because he has the support in DeRozan and Caruso. That's all I was trying to say. I was trying to
I
bring
don't know
it
where
to
we
circle.
went. I don't know where we went. Like, yo.
Right.
Look. Like I
This
said,
conversation
this is
just
me
went
talking
left.
to people, and this is what I'm hearing. And I said I wanted Alex Caruso before Hart, and they were telling me we'd rather have DeRozan than Randall, and I'm like, I don't know about that. But I just, like I said, I brought it up just to see what you guys would think. But I really think Caruso instead of Hart and Grimes, we would actually be better. Just Caruso, because we save money. Because Hart is 18, he's $9 million. We save money, and it'll help RJ out a lot. Because RJ is going to be a superstar if he keeps this up. I don't care what anyone says. The first time I heard someone being a superstar for shooting over 40% of threes with Steph, he's shooting 50. So RJ going to be a beast, especially down low with DeRozan's mid-game if we had him. Being able, he could kick out, give him that mid-range shot. Plus, DeRozan also could block too. But
Yeah, he's not a defender, bro. Yeah,
I know. Hey, look, he's averaging 1 block this season. I'm trying to give him some kudos.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Spam mail.
A spam mail. Yeah. But
Or
yeah,
spam
man.
mail.
So the thing with RJ is with RJ is if you look at the ascension, if you look at all the things that he put together in a sense where it's if you trust the development, if you're trusting that Grimes and Quickly and RJ are developing, if you trust that, then you'll mark the progress, right? But if you're in this situation, if you're in a mindset that Grimes is not developing fast enough, that Quickly is not developing fast enough, that RJ is not developing fast enough, then maybe you are on like a different timeline. Maybe you're on a championship timeline, right? But what I would say is if you're on that championship timeline, then RJ and Quickly and Grimes should not be your targets. Brunson and Randall should be the targets, right? Because they're the older veteran guys, excuse me, that have more responsibility. But the thing with RJ, and why I think RJ will probably be better than most 6'6" players in this league, the do-it-all players, is because RJ started off shackled where other guys had free reign to develop. We all know this is true. We all know that RJ basically started off behind the 8 ball in a dysfunctional franchise with coaching turnover, bad roster construction, and quite frankly, a bad culture.
And not to mention incompetent front office.
Okay.
I mean, that's part of the bad culture issue when the front office is incredibly incompetent.
Right.
But how are they incompetent in 4 years? They developed a guy like RJ into this. I'm not an RJ fan, but I didn't expect them to be this good.
I meant from prior to when I meant from before RJ got there.
Yeah, but that's 4 years of building a guy, though. So I think RJ is the first diamond in the rough out of this organization because he's actually been here over longer than 3 years. He's starting, he's playing well, and same thing with Quickly and Grimes. So based off of those three, those are our three-headed diamond that the front office basically is backing. They've been, and Mitchell, excuse me. Mitchell and RJ to me are the two guys that should not be touched because of how well they developed. Mitchell, I didn't expect him to be this good defensively and grabbing rebounds as well. But RJ's development over the last 4 years into this type of player, and he's only playing 7 games, and we win. We have a better winning percentage with him on the court. That's good. That's good front office to me because at least we have a superstar. Future superstar. Future.
Okay. Yeah. The point that I'm getting at is Emmanuel Quickly has been behind the 8 ball from day one. They still have Emmanuel Quickly listed as a shooting guard, even though they know Emmanuel Quickly is the backup point guard. Right? Mm-hmm. Emmanuel Quickly is still listed as a shooting guard. The Knicks, for some reason, one reason or another, is diminishing his value. And for the older people in the chat, for the old heads, I'm gonna call Keith Turner an old man just for the sake of example. So Keith Turner, I'm gonna use you as an example, right? As an example, I'm gonna use Keith Turner because I know Keith Turner is thick-skinned and he can take it. That's my guy.
Like
right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use Corey Lee and Keith Turner. They thick-skinned, and I know they can take it, right? And I do this out of love too, by the way. As somebody that's
Corey Lee rock with RJ a little bit,
right?
Keith Turner don't.
The thing I'm saying about the thing I'm gonna say for Keith Turner and Corey Lee is this: Keith Turner, Corey Lee. This whole Emmanuel Quickly thing that they're doing.
I'm gonna hop out. Freezing.
Okay. This whole Emmanuel thing. This whole Emmanuel Quickly thing reminds a lot of old heads on how the New York Knicks did Rod Strickland. Right? In 1988, the Knicks had a point guard named Rod Strickland coming off the bench. He would never be a starter for the Knicks because the Knicks already had the point guard of the future in Mark Jackson. So they made every excuse in the book not to put Rod Strickland on the floor. Right? But at the time, we didn't know Rod Strickland was the archetype of what the point guard position was going to look in the future. Right? They have Quickly on the bench, right? In theory, oh, he doesn't do point guard stuff. He doesn't do blah, 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 blah. Mark Jackson is a pass-first point guard. He's a classic old school point guard. Look at him. He's from New York and blah, blah, blah. Right? Mark Jackson in this example is Jalen Brunson. Right? And I know Jalen Brunson doesn't play like Mark Jackson. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is follow what I'm saying. Jalen Brunson is the point guard, is the franchise point guard. Just think about that. Don't start talking about me about Jalen Brunson is not a classic point guard. Stop it. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is Jalen Brunson is the point guard, is the franchise point guard, and he ain't going nowhere. Right? But Emmanuel Quickly clearly is just as talented as Jalen Brunson, maybe more. But Jalen Brunson, at this point, with more years under his belt, is more skilled than Emmanuel Quickly. Right now, he is. Jalen Brunson is older, has more experience, all those type of things. That's why Emmanuel Quickly will never be the starting point guard of the Knicks while Jalen Brunson is here and healthy. Right? With Jalen Brunson is here and healthy, Emmanuel Quickly will never be the starting point guard, especially under Tom Thibodeau. Now, other coaches, offensive coaches, would make it work. They would make the Grimes, Quickly, Brunson rotation at guard work through innovation on offense. But Tom Thibodeau is not that guy. Tom Thibodeau is an innovator on defense, right? That's why you see the evolution of Quentin Grimes defensively. And I know people complain about his offense. And listen, if you complain about Grimes' offense, okay, I get it. And even myself, me included, I understand where Grimes is in his development. I understand where Quickly is in his development. But that doesn't mean that I can't get frustrated when I see certain things. Like reasonable minds can understand. You can see the big picture and the small picture at the same time. Right? You can see both. You don't have to be one extreme or the other. You can understand that Grimes needs 2 more years. You can understand that, right? But that doesn't mean you can't be frustrated if Grimes won't shoot when he's open. Right? It's the same thing with Quickly. Right? When Quickly was open, we counted about 4 times, I think. 4 times Quickly was open against Boston, and he didn't shoot. And then he shot when he was smothered. Right? You're like, wait a minute. Why are you shooting the ball when you got guys draped all over you, but then when you were open doing that pivot in the lane and the rim was right behind you and you didn't even look at the rim? You could have threw your floater up there. That's what you're known for, right? Quickly, you're known for your floater, right? So anyway, what I'm getting at with the development thing, with the RJ thing, with the Quickly thing, with the Grimes thing, is, a lot of times we want things done just like that. Right? Ribby, they want RJ Barrett to be a star just like that. Right? But it doesn't happen like that. You got to have the right environment. You got to have, things have got to be right. Things have got to be right for these guys to develop, man. You can't just be like, Grimes is going to be Paul George by December. No. Do you know how long it took Paul George to get right? Do you know how long it took Kawhi Leonard to get right? That's why last year when I was saying that Grimes is going to have a Paul George, Kawhi Leonard type impact on this team, not around the league, on this team, people were like, Uncle Freezie, you crazy, right? And then you watch Grimes go out and defend every team's best player every game. Every game you see Grimes go out and defend the other team's best player, right? And then his offense is not there, and people are ready to trade him to Tacoma for a bag of basketballs. I'm saying we got to relax. And the same thing, I'm saying the same thing about RJ. If you don't think that RJ Barrett can be better than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, then you are bugging, right? Ribby, I'm gonna ask you this: What if RJ Barrett was drafted by Golden State instead of the Knicks? What if RJ Barrett was drafted as a 19-year-old to play with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson? Would his development have sped up? Would he be a better player today?
Yeah.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
Because Golden State is a stable franchise. They have a championship level coach, and the players on the floor are great Hall of Fame level players, right?
That's a fact.
Right. So what I'm saying is SGA played with Chris Paul early in his career, right? And we know Chris Paul is a kingmaker, bro. Chris Paul turned DeAndre Jordan, a raw second round pick, into a borderline all-star, right? He took Blake Griffin and turned Blake Griffin. Bro, there was a point in time where you could not watch NBA basketball and not see Blake Griffin. Am I lying?
Yeah.
Nope.
Y'all remember when you could be watching the Celtics versus Sixers, and all you would see on TV is Blake Griffin Kia commercials,
Yeah,
and Chris Paul State Farm commercials. Y'all remember that? Am I lying?
Yeah.
No.
Nah, I'm saying I agree.
Chat, am I
Dunking
wilding
over
out,
stuff.
chat?
Yeah.
Chat, tell me if I'm lying. Chat, tell me if I'm lying.
Oh,
Tyson Chandler was considered a lottery bust, right? Until those two played together in New Orleans, right? When Chris Paul and Tyson Chandler got together, all of a sudden, Tyson Chandler gave himself a nickname. Tyson Chandler called himself the T3000, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Tyson Chandler was a bust Tyson Chandler was a bust early on in his career, right? He gets with Chris Paul, and Chris Paul turns his career around. Bro, okay, I got one even better than that. Devin Booker was a scorer on a losing team.
Nah, I know about that.
Devin Booker was a scorer on a losing team, bro. He would be that guy. He was a stat padder. Bro. Devin Booker was a stat padder. Devin Booker never impacted winning. But then you add Chris Paul next to Devin Booker, and all of a sudden, the Phoenix Suns are in the NBA Finals. Right? And I'm not calling Chris Paul the GOAT. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if RJ Barrett would have had an impactful player like that around him from day one, RJ Barrett, this right here that we're seeing, we probably would have saw this 2 years ago. That's what I'm saying. And if you think a positive player, and I'm not saying I like Chris Paul, all I'm saying is he's impactful on young players, right? But if Chris Paul is impactful on young players, think about how bad players impact young players. If a Hall of Famer like Chris Paul elevates players, imagine what bad players do to your young players. You feel me, King Ribby? You feel me?
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying? Imagine imagine Chris Paul comes around young players and helps them get better. Now imagine what bad players do to your young players. Bad players make your young players worse. Right? Now, and I know BT, I know it seemed like I'm preaching, right? BT like, oh boy, he done started drinking that damn Bustelo, and now he
They're crazy.
You right. I'm thinking that exactly.
right. But my thing is though, is if Chris Paul and those type players help young players get better, imagine the losers. Think back to all the losers that the Knicks put on the roster and made our young players worse. It would have been just better just rolling out a roster full of just all young players. You bringing in guys who you bringing in, bro. You out here. You got RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, Grimes, Obi, Deuce McBride out here playing with Nerlens Noel. He never won nothing. Bro, what are we talking? Yo, for those that don't think RJ Barrett can elevate and be in that SGA type level, I think y'all bugging. I think y'all bugging out. I think y'all quitting. I think y'all getting off work early. I think y'all putting in a half day of work. Right? You know what I'm saying? I think you only eating half the sandwich. You're gonna have leftovers. The thought process is incomplete. You gotta think these things through. As fans, we gotta stop being knee-jerk and reacting in the moment. Now, I'm not gonna tell you how to love your team, but what I'm saying is in this fast-paced society that we live in on social media and things of that sort, we can't be knee-jerk and reactionary with everything that we see. Like we can't. Quentin Grimes hit a three. Oh, he the GOAT. Quentin Grimes miss a three. Oh, you got to trade him. Relax.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Relax. We got to relax. Like when I said RJ could be better than SGA, immediately the chat was like, oh, Uncle Freezie wilding out. That Bustelo must be loaded. If the Bustelo loaded, that's my business. But what I'm saying is this. Who are we to say that our young players can't get better, but then around the league, we pointing out that everybody else's young players can get better?
It's because our organization is always a year or two behind. They're going off of history, y'all. That's all it is. And they have every right to, but it's still a different regime.
Right. What I'm saying is as Knicks fans, why do we put our young players down or not think about the possibilities, and then we watch other young teams players maybe once a month and we're like, man, I really love I love Tyrese Maxey. I wish Quickly could be Maxey. Emmanuel Quickly never played with James Harden and Joel Embiid. Can you imagine what Quickly would be if he played with James Harden and Joel Embiid? Ribby, how in the world are we going to say that I would take Maxey over Quickly?
I know.
When Quickly has never played with the league MVP and a former two-time league MVP.
That's 3 MVPs for 2 players. That's crazy.
Right. Can you imagine what Emmanuel Quickly? Think about this. Can you imagine what Emmanuel Quickly would look like if he played with Giannis and Jokic at the same time? Can you imagine what Emmanuel Quickly would look like if he played next to Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. These are the type things that I'm talking about, right? Like we look at our players, like we'll look at Grimes, right? We'll look at Grimes, we'll look at Quickly, but I want this to be focused on RJ. RJ is the focal point of what I'm saying. Jalen Brunson is a good NBA player, but he's not an all-star, not yet. Jalen Brunson is a good player. He's not an all-star yet. He will be in the future. I'm confident in that, right? Randall is a two-time all-star, two-time all-NBA, most improved player, but Randall is not really that impactful in the playoffs, right? And this is what you're getting out of RJ Barrett right now, right? But what if both Brunson and Randall were both MVP level type players? Would you be looking at RJ Barrett different today? Yes.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front.
Yes.
I would.
Right? When I'm
Exactly.
ultimately what I'm saying is for all the RJ haters out there, right? I'm not one of them. Will I critique RJ? Yes, I critique everybody. Like everybody
Fair
tell
enough.
me, everybody King Ribby, no lie, every day I get inboxed, I get DM'd, I get texted, I get called. Everybody tells me every day that I hate such and such player. Man, you hate Randall. You hate RJ. You know that you hate Grimes. You hate Quickly. You hate Josh Hart. No, bro. What I'm saying to everybody is I don't hate any of them guys. But if I could critique one, I'm critiquing them all, bro. I'm not gonna be lopsided, bro. If you critique Randall and you don't critique Grimes, if you critique Grimes and don't critique RJ, if you critique Mitch and don't critique Brunson, then you're a hypocrite.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? People are like, "Yo, Uncle Freezie a hater." It's like, why don't you do the Nets morning drive? Nah, I love the Knicks, man. I love the Knicks, man. I've been loving the Knicks longer than some of y'all been alive, right? My thing is though is fans, and I'm not telling you how to do it, but I will instruct you on what to do sometime, right? The thing is this: if you can watch SGA develop in Oklahoma City, what makes you think RJ Barrett can't develop in New York City?
He's starting to.
Right? BT, I noticed you got mighty quiet, bro. When we was
Yo,
showing RJ some love. You got
King
King Ribby. We giving RJ love. He got mighty quiet. He like,
Yeah.
oh,
I'm learning to let you
RJ.
speak because I've noticed something. Me and you guys have a lot to say, but I noticed you guys critique everybody similar to what I do. So for the most part, I agree with you. I really think he will be better than SGA because of the defense. But the thing is nobody wants to hear about critiquing anybody. They pick one player, either Quickly or RJ, and say we should go off of them. But then they don't excuse them when the last two games Quickly played bad. RJ's that dude he's been consistent and he's proven himself. He's gonna be better than any superstar we've had in a long time. Not saying like Ewing, but I think he's gonna have that style where he's gonna push us into the Eastern Conference Finals, especially if he has one MVP. Because look at how good he's playing with a two-time All-Star. If he get one MVP or a player like, dang, you know what, man? I hate to say it. If we did have Halliburton, with that, like somebody that's gonna be a facilitator and he could just play his game, RJ is gonna be a real good special guy. But the thing is I still think we have to worry about the organization because you also brought up good points about being a superstar and winning. You need an organization to be behind you, and this organization has been a year or two behind. So unless we get an MVP or a superstar,
I think RJ is gonna be our next generative superstar if he stays. But anything to ask Grimes to step up, I don't think it's right now. I think it's next year he'll be that dude. Same thing with Quickly, but Quickly's in a contract year.
Yeah,
Mitchell's the only one that Mitchell and RJ are the only two that's like really shown the step up that they need to stay on this team. That's the next thing. What are we gonna do as far as our future? RJ has the highest trade value. Are we gonna trade him and start over? No.
right.
Got to stick behind our team, man, because it's been way past 20 years since we've drafted a guy who has this high expectation and actually have been performing well. So when it comes to RJ, for me, him and Mitchell are untouchable as far as the younger class. But people need to understand that what RJ's contributing isn't just him scoring and him doing all of that. Look at how he communicates with Randall. Look at how he communicates with other players. RJ's bringing something to the table that you guys don't see unless you're actually sitting there watching the in-game game practices and stuff. Excuse me. I had a little gas. But I agree with you, Unc. RJ's going to be, I think that defense, I just want to see it. That's all. I think him and Ant-Man, the way everybody's projecting Ant-Man, I think RJ's going to be like that level. You say SGA, I say Ant-Man type. Because he's physical. He gets downhill. He can shoot the three. He can play defense. He knows when to come back. Like, I see him more of an Ant-Man than Shot.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna do the super chat real quick. Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, speaking about Philly, was that our guy Obi with 27 points in Philly, dropping 27, helping Indiana be in first place ahead of us, reverse dunk on Embiid?
Thank you, Halliburton. That just proves your point even more. Because look at a player like Halliburton. Look at how he's excelling and making Obi look good. Imagine if RJ had a player that was similar like that.
Right. Right. I'm gonna say to the players, to other players around the league, I really don't care.
That's what I say. The same thing. Yeah.
I don't care.
I was gonna say, like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't care, bro. I care about Quickly and RJ and Grimes and Mitch and Randall and Brunson and Hart and DiVincenzo and Hartenstein and everybody else. I don't care. You know, and listen, I'm a fan of the NBA. I'm a fan of, in terms of the product outside of the Knicks. It's entertaining, but I don't care. Like when I watch other teams play, I don't care who win or lose. I don't care who's good or bad. Right? I just want to be entertained. Right? Because if the Celtics and the Sixers are just dunking on each other, shooting threes, that's entertaining. Right? But when it comes to the Knicks, I care a lot.
So if it's all right, so what's one thing that you would fix as far as like the Knicks, as far as like a trade, the front office, just anything to make the team better? Be patient, man. Let's just be patient.
Well, you mean okay. So you asked me what I would do in order to what do you mean by fix? Like what does fix
as far
mean?
as like accelerate the team, make it. Say if the team was on a trajectory for like the second round, try to make it to the third round. You get what I'm saying? Like what you think would make this team better as far as like making a trade, something.
All right. So here goes, right? Right. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound like I'm a spoiled Knicks fan, and I'm not. Right. I think, and listen, I don't want to say this and sound disrespectful to the process, right? Because I feel like we have to trust the process, and I respect everything that Leon Rose and Tom Thibodeau have done since they've been here. But Tom Thibodeau ain't it. I don't think a trade fixes anything. I don't care if you go get Giannis and Devin Booker and Ja Morant, right? If Tom Thibodeau is coaching the way that he coaches, right? Basically, what I'm telling you is I don't think the personnel is an issue.
It's Tibbs.
I think the deployment of the personnel is an issue.
Okay.
Right? I think the deployment of the personnel is the issue. Right? Like for instance, there's a thing that I had been saying for years, and it was out of frustration because at the end of the day, I'm a fan also. Right? My thing is the thing is with me and Obi Toppin, right? While Tom Thibodeau was here, Obi was never gonna be a certain type of Obi, right? Because Obi didn't fit. Obi was never a good fit for us, right? Obi was never gonna be Taj Gibson, and Tom Thibodeau prefers a Taj Gibson type power forward, right? You feel me? Yeah, chat. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like Tibbs legit preferred a Rick Mahorn type power forward, a Taj Gibson type power forward, a Carlo Quinn type power forward, right? Obi Toppin was never going to be that for us. And in my frustration, watching Tibbs deploy him as Taj Gibson, Rick Mahorn, Carlo Quinn, Julius Randle type power forward, Obi was never going to be that, right? Obi was never going to be that, right? Young legs like to run, right? Young legs want to run, right? When you had your Kevin Knox, your Obi Toppin, your Cam Reddish, your RJ Barrett, your Emmanuel Quickly, your Deuce McBride, your Jericho Sims, hell, even Rokas Jokibitis. When you had Ignas Brezdeikis, when you had all those young type players, upbeat, energetic, want to run, and you hear with Tibbs grinding out offense in a ISO half court setting, you're not really taking advantage of the talent of those young players. And then plus, it was boring to watch. Now, did Tom Thibodeau win a bunch of games doing it the basic way? Of course he did. Of course he did. Yo, Jigga is in the building. Hey, what's up, Jig? What's happening? My thing is as a fan and an evaluator and a content creator, all these things rolled into one. Of course, you want to see Obi Toppin thrive for your team. He was your draft pick. Of course, you want to see him do well. But the way he's deployed, he wasn't a fit. So, of course, everybody gets frustrated with it. The coach, Tibbs, is frustrated that Obi Toppin is not Rick Mahorn. Obi is frustrated because he wants to showcase his skills, and he can't as a Knick. And as a fan, you're on the fence like, Obi, why don't you just do what the coach tell you to do? You'll get more minutes. And that's when you're on Obi's side. And then, that's when you're on the coach's side. And then when you're on Obi's side, you're like, man, I just wish they would fire Tibbs so these young guys can come out here and rock and roll. Right? Right? And so ultimately what I'm getting at, and it sounds like I'm on all these different sides of the fence. I'm not. What I'm expressing to everyone is some of this stuff is about perspective. It's about the way you view stuff. You get more information, and then it changes your perspective. So you constantly go through this thing of would Obi have been a star here? if Tibbs used him different? At the same time, you're like, well, why isn't Obi more assertive? Why is Obi scared to make mistakes? Obi, you got to go out there and play free, right? You got to go out there and play the best you can play, Obi. Screw Tibbs, right? So it's all these dynamics going on, and as a fan, you get frustrated because at the end of the day, you want to win a championship and you want to see your young players develop and do good. And for that reason, there are so many arguments in the chat, like people going at each other because their perspectives on these topics, especially the Obies and the Quicklies and the Grimes. Of course you want Grimes to be good. We drafted him. Of course you want IQ to be good. IQ on certain nights shows you that he could be a star if you just let him go out there and be that. But in my mind, I think Emmanuel Quickly is, dare I say, that player that we all talk about is going to be the one that got away. It's Emmanuel Quickly. When we trade Emmanuel Quickly, and we probably will, right? We'll probably trade him to the Wizards for like Denny Avdija and something whack, right? We'll probably trade him to the Wizards for something for Denny Avdija and a first round pick down the road, right? Right. So my thing is when you do that, you automatically, Emmanuel Quickly is going to be Rod Strickland for us, the one that got away, and we're going to regret it. And so if you ask me, like, what can we do to fix this team? I think Tom Thibodeau is Buddy Ryan, right? I think Tom Thibodeau, and for the younger crowd, I think Tom Thibodeau is Rex Ryan, right? Get the team good enough, you know what I'm saying? But not good enough to get you over the hump. So in order to get this team over the hump, I think you got to make a change in the captain chair. And no disrespect to Tibbs, right? But I just don't think he's the guy. And what made me come to that absolute conclusion is the way that Tom Thibodeau got outcoached by Boston Monday.
Yeah.
He absolutely got coached in a circle by Joe Mazzulla. Right? You want, like Paris Douglas said the other day, right? You come in off you playing a back-to-back and you out here playing 8 people. You know it's a back-to-back and you out here playing 8 people. Paris Douglas was absolutely right when he said that Tom Thibodeau is crazy. You playing a back-to-back and you out here playing 8 people? Come on, bro. And then in game, the Celtics ran a junior varsity trap defense against the Knicks, and we couldn't break it. Right? That right there tell me Tom Thibodeau got to go. Tom Thibodeau got to go, bro. And no disrespect, because I appreciate everything he done for the organization. Right? And honestly, I would love to keep him around, but not in the captain's chair. No, he can't be Captain Kirk, bro. We need us a new captain, because the Boston Celtics ran a 2-2-1 full court against us, and he had Julius Randle bringing the ball up. A power forward against a zone trapping defense, full court. Who is going to have a 250-pound power forward bringing the ball up against an athletic trap? He got for that right there. I would, if I was Leon Rose, I would have called him straight in my office, bro. I would have cussed him out, up one side and down another.
So if Tibbs is like in the front office, whatever. And who like you got a replacement?
Let me do this real quick. Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, so you turn your back on your fam. He is ours. I don't understand that one. I don't understand what that means. Are you saying Tom Thibodeau? That's part of the game, bro. That's part of the game. I'm not turning my back on Tibbs. I appreciate what he did. And Paris Duggar says, thank you for the generous contribution. He says, I do pay for winning, but I also like entertainment. Yeah. But you said winning comes first. You said winning first, and I agree with you.
Exactly.
And he says, Tibbs played 8 guys on a back-to-back in Boston. Coach dumb. Right. Yep. I agree with you, bro. I'm with you on this. And it's against your rival in division. It's a team that you're probably going to see in the playoffs. You need these tiebreakers. Yeah, and that was yeah. I'm not gonna say get him out of here, but if I had a way to fix it, if I could fix it, that's what I do.
Hold on, how many times you played Boston this season? 4?
Twice.
Last
How
game.
many times do we play them?
Yeah, 4, right?
Yes, sir.
And we already played them. Damn.
And we already played them twice.
and lost twice.
Right. So that means the next 2 times we play them, we gotta win. Yeah.
I was gonna say about Tibbs real quick. You're right with the non-adjustments. I still seeing him doing the double screens with Randall and Mitchell, and he's still doing certain things at certain times where he should like. I don't know. I think Grimes is hesitant. He's scared, just like Obi was, to actually be aggressive on certain plays. But if you're gonna get rid of Tibbs, man, that might change the culture into where we have to start back all over again.
Let's do the thing. Let's be clear with Grimes though. Well, the thing is, Tom Thibodeau don't let him play through mistakes. If you make a mistake, like Obi and Grimes, you make a mistake, he's snatching you straight out the game.
Yeah, I realized that.
I agree, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you changing that whole dynamic could also change the defense that we have now. Can change the mentality of how these players play. It could work because no matter what you say, you can look at Golden State with Mark Jackson. The way he was a defensive head coach, they got to the second round, they fired him, and then they get a different coach and they actually go on to the finals and win. So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's probably the only thing I can see that could actually be worthy of the trade, because you get rid of Tom Thibodeau, the way he believes in Randall, the confidence he has in the players, even though we don't agree with how he was with Obi or Grimes, that's going to be very difficult to replicate. And some people might feel some type of way, because if you really look at it, RJ and Randall are 2 guys that have been together like since RJ got in the league. You see what I'm saying? So the second we trade Tibbs, Randall might be like, yo, I'm out. I want to be with Tibbs. And then all of a sudden, RJ probably do the same thing, even if we give him the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be a real bad negative. Play out the year with Tibbs and then see what your options are.
Okay. The thing about that though, I don't know. I understand where you're going with it. I don't think they love Tibbs like that, bro. it just give me the vibes that like they rock with him because he in charge, right? But like BT, like even though you like say you love your boss, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, but then they bring in a boss that can get the very best out of you and get you promoted and get you 7 or 8 raises in the next 3 years. Would you not gravitate to that person?
Yeah, I would, because they bring the best out of me and the company. So yeah, and if they got my best interest at heart, I'm not going to take that away from that person. So yeah,
right, right, yeah. Yeah, and so let me see. I think I got enough. Hold on, everybody. Let me. Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says we couldn't break the trap because guys' legs were shot. Yep, I agree with you on that too. But the other part of that, Paris Duggar, is in a situation in a back-to-back when you know guys' legs are shot. Why are you not playing Deuce McBride significant minutes?
I was, dang, you keep stealing my. That's what you see. What I'm saying? Everybody made fun of me when I said Hartenstein fouled out the game. They should be using Sims and everybody on that back end. Those two guys, get them more involved because there's gonna be a need where we're gonna use them. And on back to backs, I'm not saying start them, but second and third quarter, have those guys run. Let your second team rest and make your second team play first and second quarter.
Right.
But that's what I've been talking about. I see what you mean with Tibbs. That's another thing on Tibbs. Playing 8 plays instead of playing this full roster.
Right. Yeah. 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 What I'm getting at is if you'd have played, and listen, I know hindsight is 2020. I know this. I know hindsight is 2020. Right. And I know it's easy being Monday morning quarterback. But what we're saying is in real time, we were pointing out these things. Why didn't Sims come into the game earlier? Right? When Jason Tatum knocked down that shot over Grimes, immediately we should have been like, yo, no. Put in Jericho Sims. Right? Jericho Sims should be in right now because Jericho Sims is just as good of an athlete as Jason Tatum, maybe better. Jericho Sims at 6'9", 250 is a better athlete than Jason Tatum. Now, I'm not saying Jericho is as skilled because he's not. Jericho Sims is raw, uncooked, right?
Still in the ground type raw.
Right. But you could have used them early 10 minutes, them early 10 to 12 minutes with Deuce and Jericho Sims to give them guys a break. Because by the time Randall and Brunson were tired, the game was over. About 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, you knew the game was over.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got to put those guys in there early. That's what I'm saying. With Tibbs, sometimes I can't figure it out with Tibbs, man. I just can't. Why? Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says Mitch scared to shoot. Grimes and Obi and Sims scared. Yep, because Tibbs going to pull them out and won't give them all playing time. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. Yeah, man.
I feel sorry for Tibbs though, because to be honest, you building something like this and you give it your all and you still come up short. It's a part of the game, but you know what I'm saying? Like, where's Tibbs gonna go from here? I think this is his last coaching job that he actually has full control of the way he does here. But yeah, the development.
Honestly, I don't care. Like, where he go from here, man? I don't care.
He ain't with us no more. He a turncoat.
Right. Yeah, I don't care, bro. Like where he go from here. Honestly, and to me, it don't make a difference. Hey, everybody, remember to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, support the channel. Shout out to all the members of the channel. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. I got to do a members only video. I think I'm going to do a members only video sometime probably sometime tomorrow because we have a game today, so I probably won't be able to finish it. But for everybody that's following on Patreon, got the new Patreon video out there. So I want to do a video about the emergence of Quickly, Grimes, and RJ, the young core. So I'm gonna do a young core video, right, and just highlighting some stuff, right, some stuff that flies under the radar. Because I know a lot of times, we don't get a chance to talk about certain stuff. So yeah, man. Hey. So you had
Not to
Go ahead,
cut
bro.
you off. I need to know about the Patreon because I want to contribute to that.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So
I'll tell you what, when put your number in a private chat and then I'm gonna call you when I'm ready.
alright.
BT, what's going on, bro?
Man, like I said, I'm listening. I'm learning to just make certain points because, like I've been saying, our main guys our second guys should be Quickly, Grimes, and RJ. That's what I mean by our second option. Brunson should be the first, and our third should be Randall. When I use that term, it's meant more for not how we use them, but how they operate.
Okay.
Grimes is good on defense, but he needs to be that offensive guy that helps out when we need threes. He did it last game, but then he's in the last 2 games, but then he's inconsistent. So he has to work on that. The young 3 core we have, they're good. But the thing is, can we afford to keep them? I don't think Grimes or Quickly is going to be here. And if we do that, then that's just going to be I really think it's just going to be RJ, Brunson, and Randall. And to me, I think that that's a disappointment because I'd rather build around everybody else like Hartenstein, Mitchell, keep all those guys and let the young guys actually learn from a different coach would be better because now they get caught up. They already got the defensive mentality down pat. They get an offensive coach. It'll balance out for 2 years. But our young guys, all I need is Grimes to do is to be aggressive. Honestly, I'm gonna say something and it's wild and crazy, and a lot of people are gonna say I'm crazy, but I think Grimes could be like a cheaper version of Steve Smith. And I'm not saying it like he's gonna be like the same scorer or anything like that, but he could be like that type of player. Come in, he could shoot, play defense better. Actually, he's a better defender in my eyes, especially because he's younger and in this current league. So if we get Grimes into that shooting mentality mode the way he's aggressive, man, quick all three, man, it would be no problem. But the inconsistencies of not changing players, not giving players the time they need, making sure you're not doing the correct evaluations of what's going on is what's driving us crazy. For example, tonight's game, we're going against Atlanta. What do we got to do? Everyone's going to say, oh, control the turnovers, control the rebounds, and also hit free throws. But let's be real. Why not push the ball? If RJ isn't playing, push the ball more with McBride, Hartenstein, and Grimes, and quickly. Give them more opportunities now against a young, fast team like Atlanta so they can get the experience to where when the next time they step up, oh, I remember this from last time. I learned and I make the adjustments.
Right. Right.
Because
I
right
feel
now, I was like, all I'm saying is we had 24 hours to rest. Now is the time we need to be like, all right, RJ may be here or he may not be here, but we need next man mentality up, and we ain't been preparing for it. We just happy with being mediocre, actually. And I'm actually starting to see what you guys mean by being mediocre. It sucks, but we ain't winning.
Okay. Okay. Bro, yeah. Yeah. Mm.
I want tonight's game. I want Grimes to step up and drop like he hit 3 3-pointers last game mad quick. If he come out today's game and drop 14, 15, which I highly doubt. Like I said, even if RJ isn't there, I doubt it. But if he would have showed that he can do it, then I think later on down the line, if him quickly, if they keep playing well and RJ keep playing well, and we're still struggling, Tibbs is going to be removed by midseason.
if
And I
if
said,
if if RJ not playing, I need Grimes to show up and shoot like at least like go for like 20 at least. Not saying he's gonna make it, but like strive for that.
I think
I'm
y'all
trying.
wilding, bro. I think y'all
no, that's what
wilding.
I'm saying. I don't expect Grimes to do it. This is what I'm saying.
No,
Grimes
I said
should
I don't expect for him to do it, but I said strive, meaning like
exactly. That's what
try
I'm
to
saying. Like,
attempt.
be more aggressive. Show that you
Yeah,
actually want to be here. Don't be so relaxed. Like, if RJ
yeah,
ain't there, you the next man up. You ain't quickly. So
exactly.
show that you got that hunger in you. That's why I said I don't expect him to even hit 12 points. I'm just saying if I see him going let's say he goes 6 for 10, he got 12 points. But the 6 shots he were taking that he made, 4 of them, he drove to the basket wide open, 2 open threes, or whatever the scenario may be. That's what I want to see in tonight's game, but it won't happen. So I already know what's going to happen tonight. We're going to play the same way we played Charlotte and the same way we've been playing. It's going to be a quick game in the beginning, quick passes out in the first quarter. Second quarter is going to slow down to where we start playing more zone and ISO, like they say, but even though it's not ISO. And then Atlanta's not going to be able to stop us because of the fact is they're not going to run trap defense. They're not going to do the 2-2-1. They're going to give us what we need to take advantage. I could break down, like I said, I've been listening to you, and you right. But
I think y'all wilding though. I think y'all wilding out, bro.
Nah, Grimes got to step up in this game.
Not to
No,
cut you
because
off,
let's be real.
RJ playing tonight.
You said that he's 2 years away. Grimes is 2 years away right now, right?
No, I'm thinking we should give him 2 years. Yeah.
Okay, so if we're giving him 2 years,
but my point is why because I was listening to y'all point on Grimes, but here's my point on Grimes, right? You're not gonna ask Deion Sanders to score 3 touchdowns a game, right? Right. Think about this. Deion Sanders, he is electrifying in the open field and very fast. But at the end of the day, you know what his position is? Cornerback, right? You don't ask a cornerback to get you 3 touchdowns a game.
That's
Quentin Grimes is a defender, right? Quentin Grimes is a defender, right? If anything, what we should be asking for from Quentin Grimes is for Grimes to lock down DeJounte Murray.
Exactly. I would say the same thing.
If Quentin Grimes locks down DeJounte Murray, DeJounte Murray 2 for 21, or lock down Trae Young, have Trae Young 7 for 27, then that's perfect, right? But for instance, Devin Hester, you don't ask Devin Hester to score you 4 touchdowns a game, because he's just a punt returner, right? If anything, if you need offense, instead of going to the defensive guy and asking for offense, just go to your offensive guys and be like, yo, I need DiVincenzo, Hart, Quickly, Hartenstein, Randall, Brunson to all give us just a little bit more offense, right? You don't want one guy coming out trying to score 40, and that's not what he normally do, right? What you want to do is have Grimes, if you have an open shot, take it, right? If you have we'll live with that. If you have an open shot, take it. But we don't want Grimes' defense to suffer because he's being more assertive on offense. Right now he scored 17. Like, say for instance, Grimes scored 25, but DeJounte Murray scored 41.
Yeah, it don't matter.
What was the point? What was the point? Right? The point to it is let Grimes play. That's why we be sometimes, no disrespect to y'all gentlemen, right? But I think the point of asking Grimes to give more and more and more on offense, I think is a little bit kind of pushing it, right?
Okay.
What I'm saying is if Grimes comes out and does his job at a high level, say he locks down Murray and Trae Young, why would we still ask him to put up 37 points or 17 points? Right?
I was talking. Okay, I see what you're saying. I'm not asking him to be a scorer. I'm asking him to be more aggressive, be more involved in the play, be aggressive to where, hey, if you're supposed to be standing at the 3-point line and you see a shot go up, you should be cutting to the basket for the rebound, as well as making sure your man's covered on defense if you can. That's all I'm saying. Just be more aggressive to where we see Grimes being aggressive, because I'm not asking him to go to 12 points, 15 points, or anything like that. That's crazy. But what I am asking him to do is to take the attempts when you're open, be more involved, and be the guy to step up, because I know your defense is good, but if you have that on the offensive side, you'll be all right. I'm not saying, like I said, last game he hit 3 3-pointers mad quick. That's good. Do the same thing again tonight, because I still think that he's going to shut down Murray to where Murray's probably going to have 17 or 18 points. But then Tibbs is going to switch him out and put somebody else on him, and then he's gonna open up, and then Grimes is gonna go back on him. I already know Grimes' defense is good. I think he is gonna lock down Murray at 17 to 18 points. But all I want him to do is contribute like he did in Boston, like he did with the other game before that with Charlotte. I just want him to be, hey, you open, hit that shot. That's all. That's why I say, like, asking him to step up offensively, like, quickly, nah. I don't expect that. I expect quickly to have a better game today.
And quickly is a different type defender too. By the way,
Yeah.
quickly guards point guards, so it's less physicality. Grimes guards everybody except centers. So his defense is more physical. So he wears down, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And another thing, quickly, I don't need you to come out and be like you were last game. Because speaking about quickly, man, that he came out the first 3 shots I saw him pull up, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a bad game for quickly. Like, that can't happen. That's what I'm expecting to change. That part you can change. Quickly be more aggressive like you was when you were with the Cavs. I mean, when we played the Cavs, be like that quickly. That's what I'm expecting to change.
Right.
If you want to say a change or a step up, quickly be better on your shot selection. Randall, keep controlling the ball if RJ's there tonight. Let him rock. Brunson, be better. You started off well against Boston, but then you kind of fell off in the third period. Then you kind of came back. Just be consistent. But quickly, as far as offense, he needs to correct what he did the last 2 games. And Grimes, just keep knocking down your open shots. That's all.
Okay. The open shots thing is the part that I was emphasizing. Be more aggressive on those open shots that you get. Don't be so passive with the open shots. That's my frustration with Grimes. If you open, shoot it. Right? And if you feeling it, go ask for the ball. Right? That was my consternation with Grimes, right? But if that's not there, if he just knocking down open shots, just knock down the open shots, bro. Because at the end of the day, if and this is a very big if Grimes turns into our Raja Bell, Steve Nash absolutely needed Raja Bell. Right?
Yeah.
Raja Bell was an excellent defender.
That's a fact.
Right? That's if. Right? That's just all. That's all it is, man. You know, the thing is I'm not trying to say that y'all points. I respect y'all opinions and y'all points. I'm just saying that I would feel more comfortable with the guys like DiVincenzo and Josh Hart and Randall and Quickly and Brunson doing more scoring than asking Quentin Grimes to score 13 or 14 more points than he normally score.
Okay. I don't know what do you I don't even know how to ask the question because to be honest, what do you think changed between the last 3 games with Quickly? Is it because RJ wasn't there in those 2 games? Or
No, because not the game, but not last game, but the game before that. He did good.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess he probably had an off night.
Who had an off night? I'm sorry.
Quickly.
Yeah, Quickly did. He sure did.
No, and I was asking, was it because
the last
RJ
game
wasn't
he
there?
did good. He played what? I think he had like 19 points or something. It was like 17 points or something like that.
So against Charlotte?
Yeah, that was against Charlotte.
I think so.
Yeah, he had like 17 points and 9 assists.
Yeah, exactly. And then this game he laid an egg, I guess.
But wait, didn't RJ not play against the Cavs as well? Because I know he missed like 2. Yeah, that's the other game that I think Quickly had been bad. Because I know he played good when he first came out in the first quarter of the first game and we won. But then that backup game, he didn't really play that well. I think he had like 14 points. I'm not, like I said, my memory's shot, but when RJ's, let's just go off of last game to be factual. RJ's last game, he didn't play well. And I'm asking, is it because Quickly didn't play well last game? Is that because RJ wasn't there to help him out? when he was running the second team. Do you guys think that that's why he had a bad game?
No, I don't believe so.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, because I think
In my opinion.
RJ. No, all I was trying to say is I think RJ creates really well for Quickly. So that's what I think is the problem with Quickly's last game was the fact that RJ wasn't there, because both of them can pass out of the drive, both of them can shoot, both of them can get to the line, and having two of those guys, as well as a guy like a rebounder like Hart or Hartenstein helping you out on your second team, that really eases it up for Quickly. Because if you notice, when RJ's getting the ball on the wing or in the corner, he's cutting to the basket. You can see that he would kick it out to quickly get the ball, and it's wide open because they're double teaming when RJ is going to the basket. That wasn't their last game. So if you looked at how Boston was playing, they would only have one defender trailing whoever would cut to the basket. But once Quickly got the ball, they would move up to a 3-2 zone to try to do a double trap between him and Brunson. They did the same thing with Brunson. So for me, I think RJ's game helps out Quickly a lot more than how good Quickly really is.
Okay, hold on for a split second.
Let's get it. Y'all be spitting with your flows, I'm just podcasting.
That's right.
On the air every day, I'm just podcasting. You don't know what that mean when I say I'm podcasting. I'm broadcasting these flows with the podcasting. Every day of my life, I'm just podcasting.
Right.
Share my dreams with you, mean I'm podcasting.
What?
You can see my vision through the podcasting.
Yeah.
But don't forget J Boogie when I'm broadcasting.
What?
I'm podcasting,
What?
he's podcasting.
What?
I've been spitting this venom since Karate Flicks. When Mr. Sims was sharing nothing but the Knicks. I guess you know by now, I seen some tough years. Now I know the reason why Freezie got them Blorange Tears. Closest thing.
Yo,
Closest thing
Good
to the
morning, good
Reverend.
morning.
I'm the deacon. Call him Jimbo. Tell him we can squeeze the leak. What's happening, y'all?
what's
Yeah, what
good?
up?
What's good? What's
Good
good?
morning.
How you
What's
doing,
up?
boss man?
Man, I'm great, man. I'm great, man. I've been riding and listening to y'all, man, for, ever since you've been on. I was just, listening to y'all do y'all thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a fan, too.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Me too.
Boogie's always a fan of everybody that's up under this orange and blue umbrella. But
Yeah.
shout out to the chat. Hope everybody in the greatest form of health. And shout out to y'all great men doing what y'all doing. It's a beautiful day. It's a Wednesday. It's a middle day of the week. That means we ain't got but 2 more days until we off for the weekend,
That's a fact.
So I'm listening to y'all, right? And this is what I'm gonna relate, off of what y'all speaking on. You gotta let Grimes be Grimes and don't look for him to be any more than what he is. Every player that does work in college can't come to the NBA and be that same type player. You got to be a different type breed to come in the NBA and demolish people like that. So what Grimes is bringing to the table, man, we're kind of like overlooking it, because if Grimes is not being Grimes of what he's doing, game in, game out every day, there is no better RJ this year. I'm going to say it again. RJ is not better than what he was last year if it's not for Grimes. Grimes is allowing RJ to become a player that we knew he had, but he's been unable to become. If RJ could have, if we would have kept, like, say, for instance, kept Reggie Bullock on this team, right, the next year, RJ would have had a chance to work on his game and became the same type of player what he is this season. But the offensive personnel told him, no, we need you to bulk up, big up. You get ready to play the 3, and you get ready to start doing all these other things. So that allowed RJ not to even really be the person that we know he's capable of being. This is really the first offseason that RJ has had a chance to where he can work on his game and do him. And they ain't got to worry about, I got to check the number 1 offensive player. I ain't got to worry about, the number 1 defensive player checking me. I'm going to crush the 3rd defensive player that's checking me. And I ain't got to worry about chasing and running around and going crazy with the number 1 wing player on the other team, because that's Grimes' job. That's what Grimes does. You know what I'm saying? But we can't, look for him to do more than just that right there. That's great for us. Yeah, catching shots here and there, making shots now and then. We want Grimes to do that. But far as like, one Grimes to jump out of, what I'm saying, his position and do other things and go out and score 15, 16, 17 points. No, that's what you want. Who you got Murray tonight? That's what you want Murray to have 14, 15 points instead of coming out dropping 23, 25. You know what I'm saying? With RJ checking him, RJ can't check them type guys. You know what I'm saying? He don't got too big. That's what the office personnel, they wanted him to do after we got rid of Reggie Bullock. But Grimes is doing absolutely great for what we need him to do, and it allows other players to become players that we know they are capable of. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Grimes is okay with what he's doing, and RJ is really, really like turning up, doing what he needs to do. He's taking advantage of his position. He's taking advantage of him not have to, be the number one stopper and all that right there. It allows him to do other things. And his game has gotten a whole lot crisp, a whole lot better. It's shooting above 80%. Freezie will be able to tell you better than I am, but I just overheard that. I thought I heard it right on the TV.
85,
his free throw shooting is up, man. He just looked more comfortable, more relaxed. And that tells me like he really was working on his offensive game more than anything. Not worried about, I need to stop this player or go against that player and be able to shut this player down. And, you know what I'm saying? I can just really be me, and be that third pick, you know what I'm saying? That good guy, the guy that's not getting in trouble with all the violence and the guns. The guy that's here, you know what I'm saying, and not missing 60 and 80 games a season. He's been here for us, you know what I'm saying? I look for RJ, I think the word is RJ, it's going to play tonight, you know what I'm saying? But, I just blew the horn at my man Freezie. Freezie already know I'm on my way, you know what I'm saying, down to this arena. He already know that. And, I'm already getting ready to pull up down here. I'm trying to pull up early as I can and get to the hotel and see the fellas, you know what I'm saying? I can't shout that out where they at, but I know where they at. But I'm trying to get down there and see if I can, holler at the fella, holler at the team, you know what I'm saying? But we got a nice team, man. We're doing a lot of good things, you know what I'm saying? I'm really impressed. I heard somebody say something about building around RJ and Mitch. Those are our 2 1 and 2s. Those two got the longest time on this team. So really, the team really does belong to them right there. And you love what they're doing. They, you know what I'm saying? They're getting better and better, especially Mitch, man. Oh my God. Mitch looked like a tractor trailer in real life, man. He's just so big and huge, man, for real, man. You know how Herman Munson used to stand and be so big over Lily? That's how he stand over me, man. I feel like Lily. You know what I'm saying? Right. Mitch, man.
And that man is huge, bro.
Man, I just want to rock with y'all, man. Just tell y'all people I love you. And share one other breaking news. Officially as of yesterday, bank account ready and everything. Officially, I have officially opened up J Boogie Presents podcast record. So everybody that want to know what's been a delay about what's going on, I wanted to have my own label and bring my music out up under my own self, you know what I'm saying? And do my own thing, and not be amongst other people. Of course, I got to go up other people's platforms or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But J Boogie Presents Podcast Records is a contributor to every podcast that I'm involved with, you know what I'm saying, throughout, you know what I'm saying, this New York umbrella, you know what I'm saying? Without y'all, there's no J Boogie, you know what I'm saying? I learn and listen to a lot of y'all, every time y'all come on, even if I don't come on, or even when I am on and I'm quiet, I ain't saying nothing. When the people be like, yo, Boogie, you got something you want to say? I don't be wanting to say nothing. That's why I be quiet. I be muted. I be trying to listen and observe, new lines, new strategies, new punchlines, learn something that I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So just to let y'all know that I have not broke that out to nobody. I broke that out to somebody personally on the phone before broadcasting that on any channel, any station, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I call the podcast. They're channels and they're stations, you know what I'm saying? We way above podcasting. But I just want to let y'all know, we officially got a podcast, you know what I'm saying, production going on. And anybody that got talent, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking, you know what I'm saying, to showcase your talents, put them out, you know what I'm saying? And see what we could do. Hope we get a buzz, somebody calling who that, a check, anything, you know what I mean? Because there's so much hidden talent amongst, you know what I'm saying, the podcast. You know what I'm saying? We got actors, we got writers, we got artists, we got so many people, man. Shout out to the podcast.
Shout out to the podcast, and shout out to to J Boogie Presents Podcast Records. Shout out to J Boogie, man. J Boogie, we proud of you, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. So we proud of you, man. Yo, it's been a long time coming, man. I'm so excited. You remember that song by the Pointer Sisters? I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. You remember that? Anybody old enough to remember that? Just me?
Yep.
All right. So we excited for you, bro. And anything that I can do for you personally, you already know. I ain't gotta say no more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta say no more. You already know the vibe, right? You already know what it is. Anything I can do.
Looking for any artists?
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I looking for any artists?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I want to put your music out. What are you doing with it? If you got music, I want to put it out. I want to put it out. I'm not looking for nothing for it. I want to put it out, dude.
Yeah, man.
I got a project I'm getting ready to come out in just a minute. I just, some personal issues. I had things going on with my physical, my brother, you know what I'm saying? We got over that. God bless. Thank you for that.
Yeah, man.
And then the thing with, as far as dealing with this label thing, it pushes some things back. But I'm either gonna let go either Christmas Day or New Year's Eve or January 1st. One of them 3 days.
Okay.
One of them 3 days. So that give me a little bit more time to promote the project and spin around. People can get a little bit more in detail about what's getting ready to happen with the music. And also, I can get some more, some drops. I still ain't got Freezie drops. I got a bunch of people. I ain't got their drops yet. They ain't got to be part of that. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody that, my email, you got my email, jboogiepod@gmail.com. Email me a drop, you know what I'm saying? So you can be heard on the joint. You know what I'm saying? This is our music, man. This is who we love, we watch, we rock with each and every day. This is who we critique. This is who we have debates on. The New York Knicks, you know what I'm saying? And ain't no other sports team got New York love like, you know what I'm saying? Like we got the love for our squad. And one more thing, I'm gonna go on mute. Shout out to my man AD, aka Montana. He won, you know what I'm saying, fantasy weekly in my league. He got a nice little Thanksgiving donation to him. You know what I'm saying? My podcast, he won the last one. I'm paying out $100 every week. You know what I'm saying, for the first 10 weeks. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to AD, man, doing what he's doing. His roster started coming along, man. Even though he got a bunch of Cowboys. He can't wear that green and white helmet and all the Jets and all that no more, man. He got a bunch of Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, man. So for one, let me first say, man, be safe out there on the travels. Two, man, you like one of the biggest inspirations in Nick universe. I don't know. Everybody know that, right? Everybody know that, man. But I think sometimes we take you for granted. So every now and then I got to remind you, you know what I'm saying, that even though we take you for granted, we still love you and appreciate you. 3, when you see Deuce McBride, bro, tell Deuce McBride, bro, he got big fans out. Me and Wiz, bro, we love Deuce, bro. Let him know. It's cats out here that be pulling for him, bro.
No doubt.
Man. Yeah, man.
We gonna meet up in Charlotte, right?
That's the plan. Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday. That's the plan. But I'm gonna call you Friday night though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was tempted. My wife said, "Nah, you doing too much ride." You know what I'm saying? I was tempted to go to Washington. I was tempted to go here straight to DC and then right back to Charlotte.
Right back to Charlotte.
Friday, Saturday, ain't gonna do that. But yeah, man. My family coming, man. My wife and my baby, they coming to that Charlotte game. My little baby, she love the Knicks. That's her team.
Yeah, man.
That's all season. We're going to see the Knicks. We're going to see the Knicks.
Yeah, man. Hey, and Top Notch, she says, y'all coming to North Carolina for the game? That's the plan. My plan is to be there Friday night, hang out with Jigga and J Boogie and everybody, and record some video. Unless something happens, but I usually make all the Charlotte games. I try to make all the Atlanta games too, but y'all already know what it is. I got y'all know. So
Yeah, if you're gonna be at the game, my guy, yeah, I don't know where you're gonna be at, but I'm to my man that was just asking in the chat, I believe. I'm gonna be right in 107F, right behind the squad. 107F. That's where me and my family we gonna be at.
okay. All right. Well, everybody, listen. I gotta go. I gotta get out of here because I gotta get some work done before the game come on tonight. Right.
Go
So
New York.
yeah,
Go New
I
York.
already know what it
Go.
is, man. You gotta work and pay these bills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, but thank you
Freezy,
everybody for rocking.
J
J
Boogie.
Boogie, be safe.
no doubt, baby.
Be safe, man. Let them Knicks know, man. We love them, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
Everybody
ET.
out here ain't a hater. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I want to say thank you to you for being a content creator of our Knicks. Thank you, and everybody
I
on
thought
this
you was gonna hit
panel.
me with the Golden
Thank-
Girls. I thought you was gonna hit me with the Golden
Thank you
Girls.
for being a friend.
Y'all remember that song, The Golden
Time to
Girls?
throw that back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Yeah, that's me and my
Man, you gotta
grandma
sing the
show.
whole
What you
thing.
talking about? That's a classic. That granny,
Yeah, that's
her
a
mom,
classic. That's
when
a
she
classic.
always talking smack. Oh, you gonna make me watch some episodes right now. Thanks, man.
Like
I gotta
right
go.
there.
Yep.
Yeah, man. But I'm gonna get out of here. Ribby, you got my stuff, bro. I'm
Alright.
tomorrow, probably, right? J Boogie,
Alright.
salute. J Boogie, I'll probably call you tomorrow, Thursday. I'll probably call you Thursday or Friday to let you know where I'm gonna be at.
Okay, then that's what's up, man. I'm about an hour away from Worldwide L. Hang up, that's the ATL God right there.
Hey, before we go, my auntie told me Saturday that most of my family is from a spot in Queens called Inwood and Far Rockaway, that little area between Inwood and Far Rockaway. You know any Pattersons, any Jacksons, any Richardsons in that area?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. That's hard will. That's hard will, Mike.
Yeah. They're my people. Those all of them, that's my people, bro. That's my family. So I got family there and family in Central Islip. And then some, so it's Greens. If you know any Greens in Central Islip, you might be my cousin. And then in the Bronx, if you know any Sims in the Bronx, all of them are my people.
Oh man.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
All right.
All of them are my people, bro.
I gotta go call out the granny hotline. You know, the network that doesn't have a phone. I gotta see if
you gotta go by. You gotta stop over there. You gotta go. You gotta pick up a pack of Newports and take them over there on your way.
Yeah, and be like, hey, I need some information. Hit a Newport.
Newport,
Cool.
man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But, all right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here so I can get on this telephone and make these calls.
Yeah, have a good morning. Actually,
yeah,
good
man.
afternoon.
I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
Peace, my brother.
I'm gonna call you Friday.
No doubt, man.
Hey, congratulations too, bro.
Yes, sir.